Okay, so let's talk about just perfection. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story because sometimes when this light bulb goes off, whether it's about food or body care or GMOs or organic or just some of these things that we find out that we are just microplastics, um, EMFs from the microwave, or just all of this information. And there's usually one of them that really it's just a light bulb that needs to go off in someone's head. And then they can kind of start to go down a rabbit hole is what I call it. And I think it's all great. I've changed a ton of things in my life, but I guess what I really want to talk about is just being perfect with it and the stress and anxiety that can come from feeling like you're surrounded by everything that's toxic, because these days we find out that so much is toxic and we have to do this. And 10 years ago, what we thought was okay, now we're finding is not okay. And literally, whether you're talking about exercise, diets, women's hormones, there's so much information and we can just feel paralyzed. And I remember right when my company was starting, I had just changed so many things about our diet and food and products. And I remember walking into a Target when my kids were little, and there was nothing I could buy there. I literally froze in the aisle and I was paralyzed. I just remember feeling paralyzed. Like, I can't buy anything. I remember standing there forever. I looked at every single label in Target and the body care, and nothing was good enough. I found so many issues with it, and I didn't know what to do. And I was like, well, what am I going to use? And so I just remember that was part of the reason at that time that I just started making my own products, because I really did not feel safe with a lot of things that were there. But my whole point is since then, I have not been perfect. I am still not perfect. I don't do everything perfect. I circle back sometimes when I've let go of a certain thing. Like recently, I had been hearing about, how the earbuds that we wear, and I wear them at work, or I wear them sometimes when I go on a walk or to listen to a podcast. They're just really not good. They really give you a lot of EMF radiation. And I'm starting to think now, maybe, Amy, you should go back to, they're saying just go back to the cords. So anyhow, I'll consider that. But what my point is I haven't been perfect. I've recognized that there's only so much we can do, but the things we do really matter. So, if you bring your own bags to the grocery store, that counts. It matters. If you just do one or two things, it all matters for your health, and it can matter for the planet. So with that being said, I just feel like just really wanted to come back to, this refill case kind of conversation, and just talk about how it's not perfect. You're still going to buy a plastic case, but you're going to reduce so much. If everyone would do that, the impact that it would make would be huge. And so I guess that's the point, is it's like people online can be so mean when they're in the comments and just about other brands that, are not doing anything about it. But even the brands that might still have plastic, certain people would be like, well, why are you doing that at all? And it's like, well, I'm trying to meet people where they are. And we're all on a journey. Some of us are just starting. Some of us have been doing it for a long time and have kind of gone backwards a little bit, and then are starting to change things again. And so I just say that it's great to do your part, to not beat yourself up, to not judge others for the journey of where they are, but try to kindly encourage them and maybe offer the ideas that we're saying that are just more like, do one thing, do two things, and it will make a huge impact if collectively more people do that. So that's really just all I wanted to talk about, was just how we can go down these rabbit holes, how we can feel paralyzed sometimes and not want to do anything because we feel like we can't do it all. But it does make a difference just doing some and the best you can. And that's why I feel like meeting people where they are, which is they're used to plastic, but they're just buying one. they're not buying them all the time, and they're getting a refill, and that would make a huge impact, just globally. So I just think that that's just something to think about, is to be kind to people on their journey, to do the best you can. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. And I just hope that you join us in our journey to reduce single-use plastic. And eventually, yes, I would love to eliminate it and for people just to use the cardboard push-up. I mean, that would be my end goal and preference, would be to not sell as many of the containers, but I just want to help meet the consumer where they are, because it is hard to make changes like that when we've been so used to them. So anyhow, that's just what I wanted to say, and I'll talk to you soon.